Hi everybody. Excuse me. Hi everybody. Welcome back or welcome to the channel. It's your boy Reactee, and today we're doing Fright Night Friday with Sir Spooks, and it's 7 scary videos you're not supposed to watch alone. A lot of these titles seem to be reused. They're all don't watch this alone. This is a warning. Blah blah blah. But yeah, I skipped through this and I saw at least 2 that we've seen already. Hopefully the rest are new. But we'll see.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 7 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin. TikTok user The Celestial Fish posted a video to her account in December of 2025, which starts off with her being emotional and panicking, stating that she was just getting ready for work.
This is one of the ones we've seen before. This is weird.
When she suddenly saw something in her bathroom that scared the daylights out of her. She then turns the camera around to show us the area in which she thought she saw it. For a little while, nothing can be seen, but around the end of the video, the uploader sees it yet again.
It was like right there where those shadows are. Those are shadows from the towel right there. But there was like a shadow right there where those other shadows are. And it looked like a person. It looked like a ghost. Like right there.
What does the shadow of a ghost look like? As far as I have heard, most ghosts are transparent, so they wouldn't cast a shadow. Yeah, unless she's talking about a shadow person or just a spirit in general. That's weird.
A strange shadow can be seen lurking inside of the uploader's bathroom, much to her terror. She proceeds to panic and yell before the video ends abruptly, leaving us all to wonder what she did next. Given the distance between the uploader and the bathroom, the most plausible grounded explanation would be someone hiding behind the bathroom door itself, carefully shifting their position to project a human-shaped shadow into view.
That is true. That would be the most plausible explanation for that. Now, it looks like this door is not closed all the way against the wall, so there could be a person back there. And looks like there's enough light going through the crack that it would cast the shadow, because that's what's casting the shadow of those towels, I'm assuming, is the light going through the crack of the door here. So, yeah, that's weird.
Still, the uploader's reaction appears immediate and uncontrolled, and the shadow doesn't behave like a simple pass of light. It seems to lean forward, as if aware it's being watched. Shadow figures are often described in paranormal reports as silent observers, appearing only briefly before vanishing. Whether this was an orchestrated hoax or something genuinely unexplained, the sudden cutoff leaves the impression that whatever was there may not have stayed.
Unless she's the best actor in the world, I'm going to assume that's a genuine reaction. So I don't think it was a staged hoax. I mean, it still could be a hoax. Maybe one of her friends is in there trying to play a joke on her. Who knows? It could be.
Confined to the bathroom. What could possibly have been going on here? Was there some sort of a ghost or shadow person stalking around her house? And if so, why? Let's hope we get an answer one day. YouTube channel Ema419 posted this video to his account all the way back in December of 2009, which would explain why the camera quality is as bad as it is. But even still, poor quality or not, This is definitely one hell.
2009. Those are some old phones. Those are just past flip phones. Yeah, that's gonna be some really grainy quality. Now, a lot of these are, I don't want to say hoaxes, but a lot of them are staged, especially back then, because you couldn't really get good video of anything. So a lot of it's staged to make it look scarier than it actually is. A lot of it's camera artifacts, just random shadows in a strange place that you don't know. That's a lot of it as well. Environment, wind, things of that nature all affect these types of videos. And because the quality is so bad, you can't really tell.
Of a creepy video. The footage in question sees Emma and a woman named Evelyn investigating the Sawyer boiler room. Evelyn says she thinks she sees something, which is when Emma tries to step in and help her out. For about 2 minutes or so, Emma and Evelyn proceed to investigate the boiler room, which proves to be extremely creepy, mostly because of its dark and atmospheric appearance. But the real horror kicks in at around the 2.5 minute mark when this happens.
Alright. Well, don't worry. Go get your whatever your material is.
Oh, David! I don't want to do this!
Come on, go ahead. Evelyn, just go.
No!
Alright, hey.
She is genuinely terrified of something back there. So I don't think she's faking it. He sounds very much more confident than her. So maybe he and a friend planned something. Who knows? But yeah, it's on this Evelyn lady's behalf. It doesn't sound staged.
And is there anybody back here? Go ahead.
No!
What's that? Oh my God! No way!
The way that chair moved from flat against the wall to one leg sticking out in front makes me believe that somebody pulled that. There could be someone hiding back behind these barrels. Someone off camera, who knows? But that looks faked. Generally, when someone moves one of these folding chairs like that, they grab it from the back up here. And so it would move uniformly straight out. But this clearly got pulled across the floor by this leg here, which is why it's more forward than the other leg. To me, this seems fake. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think it is, if it's faked or not.
Did you see it? I closed!
The chair in front of them suddenly begins to move closer to them on.
Okay, the chair is already kind of angled that way, so maybe that was something. But it still looks more like something was a fishing line or something was tied to it here and pulled across the floor. Because the video is so grainy, you can't tell. There's no way.
On its own accord. Now, obviously, how exactly this happened is anybody's guess, but it's certainly quite unnerving. The most plausible, grounded explanation is that the chair was pulled using a thin string or fishing line, something easily hidden by the darkness and the video's poor quality. All paranormal
Exactly. That's exactly what I said.
videos from this era often relied on simple practical effects, especially in locations that were already abandoned and controlled. What still unsettles viewers is how smoothly the chair moves and how neither investigator reacts as if they caused it. Objects moving on their own are one of the most commonly reported elements in haunting claims, often described as subtle rather than violent. Whether staged or not, the moment taps into a very old fear. The idea that something unseen is interacting with the physical world around you. What do you...
Yes, granted it did move very smoothly, but if you go by the quality of the film, looking at the floor, there's nothing that would stop it from moving smoothly anyway. It looks to be a smooth concrete pad. These types of chairs usually had little stoppers on the bottom, so to stop stuff from getting up inside the frame. Those would drag very well, actually, and hardly even leave a scraping noise. So I don't see why it wouldn't drag smoothly across something like this. But yeah, that would scare the living daylights out of me if I didn't know that was probably fake. As Sir Spooks said, the quality is so bad and the lighting is terrible. You can't really tell if that's real or not. So personally, I'm going to go with faked. But again, let me know in the comments what you guys think.
Is going on here? Since this video is 17 years old, we can only hope that in the years since its upload, that Emma and Evelyn have since led a peaceful and happy life, and this haunting didn't follow them. A TikTok account known as Real Dark Clips posted a video that was filmed at an undisclosed forest in the middle of the night.
I don't know how many times I've said it on this channel so far. Filming paranormal stuff in the woods is a terrible idea. It's a hard environment to control. Like if you're doing a house or a building or something of that nature, it's easier to control your environment to make sure you're not getting outside interference. In the woods, there's nothing to stop that. There's no way to cordon off an area to keep wildlife out. There's no way to cordon off an area to keep other people out. It's just basically impossible to do, so I don't understand why people keep doing it. It just boggles the mind.
The only sounds that can be heard are the birds chirping and the sounds of nature in general. The videographers simply armed with their phone camera and a flashlight, and they're moseying around the forest, seemingly trying to investigate. And sure enough, it doesn't take long for this video to be turned on its head.
Is that?
I like how Sir Spooks is cutting a lot of this stuff out. Like this original video is only 17 minutes and 34 seconds or something. And like the first clip with the lady in the bathroom, that was a good 5-minute video if I recall when I saw the original. Or 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Here it was only like a minute and a half. So he cut a bunch out. This one already looks like whoever this is has been wandering in the woods for a while, and now they found what they're scared of, supposed to find. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm so glad Sir Spooks is cutting a lot of these videos down.
What the is that? I can't zoom in, babe. Look at that. Wait, I lost it. There it is. There it is. You see that shit in the middle of the camera?
Nope.
What the is that?
Yeah, I can't tell what they're talking about. He keeps putting his finger in front of either the light or the camera lens. I'm not quite sure. And there's at least 2 of them there. I heard a female voice. But yeah, I cannot tell what's going on there. There's a John Deere tractor over the side. That was very nice.
Oh, nah. Oh, nah. Oh, I'm not.
It may require you to squint your eyes and turn up your brightness, but if you look just closely enough, you'll be able to spot what appears to be some sort of strange, humanoid figure.
Yeah, that looks like a person in like ladies' sleepwear, like a nightgown or something. That's weird. Why would they be out in the middle of the woods like that? Oof, that is weird.
Yeah, lurking in the forest, much to the videographer's horror. A grounded explanation is that this could have been a person crouched low in the forest, dressed in light-colored clothing, who then stood up as the flashlight passed over them. In near total darkness, that sudden vertical movement can appear unnatural, almost like the figure is floating. From a believer's perspective, the figure genuinely resembles a traditional ghost, pale, partially obscured, and moving in a way that doesn't fully match natural.
Yeah, the vertical movement was a little strange. But depending on how high this pile of debris is, they could, like he said, they could have just been crouching back there, and then stood up when they got disturbed or frightened by them, by the videographer. So that's a little strange, but it's probably just a person. And as I said many times before, people are a lot scarier than any of these ghosts so far.
Human motion, combined with the videographer's reaction, which sounds immediate and authentic, the encounter feels less like a staged scare and more like an accidental glimpse of something that wasn't meant to be seen. Thankfully, his survival instincts kicked in, and he raced out of there as fast as he could to safety. Who knows what could have possibly happened to him if he had stuck around for any longer.
I'm gonna guess nothing. If he's a grown arse man, probably nothing would happen to him. Again, most actual hauntings, a lot of the time it's just something going on in your head. So if you don't believe in it, it generally doesn't do anything to you. So, and most of them are just logical explanations waiting to be found anyway.
Over on the UFO subreddit, a user by the name of Said Alpha Project posted a video that was filmed on November 24th, 2025 at around 10 p.m. PST in Los Angeles, California, of something truly incredible. Take a look and see. The uploader says that the strange three fast-moving objects that were captured on the infrared camera were traveling across the sky far more quickly than the usual airplanes he sees. He says that his flight tracking app did not show these things. This footage is divided into two segments, both of which are replayed in real time. The first segment displays the original camera perspective, while the second segment is stabilized and zoomed in. Given how sharp and stable the footage is, distortion from camera movement or stabilization doesn't appear to be a factor here. A more grounded explanation would be that these are drones or other aerial devices.
Yeah. When I first saw it, before this little guy here moved from there to there, my first thought was Starlink satellite train. I've seen those go across the sky before, and it looks very similar. Except there's usually more. There's usually like 10, which is weird, but it's hilarious to see them. That's possibly drones or some sort of military aircraft, which is probably why it didn't show up on the tracking. But yeah, it's probably drones. It's California. They have a lot of drones now. Doing things like deliveries and stuff all over the place. It's weird.
Though their speed and movement patterns don't resemble typical recreational or commercial drone behavior. From a believer's perspective, the way the objects move, fast, controlled, and seemingly aware of each other, feels closer to classic UFO sightings than conventional aircraft. With no flight data to match and no obvious explanation, the footage remains genuinely unidentified, which is often where the most unsettling cases tend to sit. So, any UFO believers out there, what do you make of this interesting footage? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments.
It's interesting, but again, it's probably drones. It's like UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, are genuinely hard to explain. But with the massive use of drones now, it's probably drones, and you can get some smarter drones that can fly in formations like this, especially if you have 2, 3, 4, 5 pilots working with them. They can fly in formations like this, so I don't see why not. I mean, if you can get them to make images in the sky during baseball games, what's so hard about this? It's nothing to them. It's probably drones.
A man named Jordan Bowen was simply having a normal day when he says he was taking a video on Snapchat to send to one of his friends and noticed something very strange out of the corner of his eye. If you rewind the footage and slow it down a bit, you can see what appears to be a kind of black figure moving quickly across the floor, seemingly from the right door and then into another room. Jordan seems to be cool and collected in the moment, which is pretty amazing, especially considering how dark the room was where he was in. I'm confident.
I'm not quite sure what that was. I didn't really catch it. Like, even when they slowed it down and zoomed in on the location, it's barely a blur. Let me know in the comments if you guys caught it. I did not. So I'm not quite sure what that was. Maybe there's a reflective surface behind his head and it's just his head moving around. Who knows? It could even do that from windows. Like this, the room's dark. Basically, all lights are off except for the TV. So if this is casting a light into the window and then it reflects off the window back into the room, it could be his own body making that movement. It's not hard to explain that. But like I said, I didn't catch any of that. I did not see it. I didn't see anything that would be concerning there. That's just my perspective. That's what I saw. And again, I have glasses on, so let me know what you guys saw.
Most people would have run away screaming, and understandably so. One explanation is that this could be a shadow cast by someone or something moving just out of frame, briefly stretched and distorted by the low lighting and camera exposure. From a believer's perspective, what makes the clip unsettling is how compact and purposeful the figure appears, moving from one doorway to another rather than flickering or fading out.
Okay, never mind. I did see it that time. And yes, it was a little shadow. I thought it was cast on this wall, but it's back here in front of the door. So, that's a little harder to explain because it's already in shadow. But again, my explanation of this light reflecting off something and it being him moving, that could still work. Although the shadow shouldn't be that dark.
Shadow figures are often described as starting low and fast, appearing only for a split second before disappearing. Whether it was a visual artifact or something else entirely, the movement feels intentional, not random, which is why the clip sticks with people. But what in the world was this figure, and what did it want with Jordan?
With the way the exposure was on this video and where his camera was positioned, it could also be a camera artifact. It could be just a trick of light because of the light over here and the dark over here. It couldn't differentiate the two, and so it made something up to fill that hole. It could be that as well.
Who knows? Maybe it just wanted to goof around in the Snapchat video. A YouTube channel known as Carolina Case Files uploaded a video in December of 2025 which shows some truly bizarre footage that is guaranteed to make your skin crawl. The footage in question was filmed on a security camera in Deep Run, North Carolina. Carolina Case Files mentions that the video quality isn't very good and that they're trying to get information on who the homeowner is, but no luck so far. Let's watch the footage. A terrifying lanky creature can be seen crawling around on the ground for several seconds before disappearing into the night. If this isn't some CGI project or something, then I think that this is one of the creepiest creatures I've seen in a...
It is very creepy. Can't really tell what the head looks like in this
video in a long time. One explanation is that this footage could be AI generated or real security camera footage enhanced with CGI, especially given how
I mean, the way it moves kind of reminds me of a deer. It could just be a sick old deer. But the head doesn't look right for that. And in the second part of the video, when some headlights go by, it takes off into the woods. It gets startled and takes off into the woods. That seems like deer activity to me. Yeah, but maybe it's just some sick old deer. I'm not quite sure what that is.
accessible and convincing those tools have become. The lack of information about the homeowner and the original source makes it difficult to verify the clip's authenticity. But what makes the video so disturbing is how physical the movement feels. The crawler's weight, coordination, and presence don't resemble typical
Actually, the back legs don't look right either. Maybe it's not a deer. It's probably just CGI then.
digital creations. Pale, elongated crawlers are a recurring feature in modern cryptid sightings, often described almost exactly like this. Whether artificial or real, the footage triggers a deeply primal fear. The sense that something unnatural is moving just outside the safety of your home. If I was the homeowner, I wouldn't wait. I would be packing my bags and moving into a new house as soon as humanly possible.
Yeah, see this one here, it looks like some headlights come into the yard, or drive by the yard, light them up and startle whatever this is, and it takes off that way back into the woods. Like Sir Spooks said, the most logical explanation is that that was CGI or something added in post on the grainy home security video. Now, that doesn't look real to me. Like I said, I thought it might have been a sick deer, but the back legs don't look right. The head doesn't look right. I'm not quite sure what that was.
This video was posted to TikTok by a user known as Zap About to Snap, who appears to be extremely frightened while at his workplace. The video starts off with him looking around.
This is the other one I've seen before. So everything in the middle was pretty much brand new. This guy's hilarious. I'm not quite sure what his job is. Like in this one, it looks like he's sitting in a forklift. In another clip, he's walks out of a security office. So I don't know what his job is.
With a concerned look on his face, clearly scared of something that he just witnessed while at work. Behind him, a door can clearly be seen opening and closing on its own. He then walks into that room, but no one can be seen near the door.
I'm about to quit. Shit.
A second video that was uploaded a bit later on shows the uploader recording something on a security monitor that scares him senseless.
What the f? No, I ain't seen this. Oh my god. Y'all, this wild. It happened right in here. That is crazy. Y'all see that on camera? Rewind the camera back.
A strange, ghostly apparition can be seen on the camera, but when the uploader rushes out to investigate, he isn't able to find anything in the room. Perhaps the figure on the surveillance monitor could be a visual artifact, something like light glare, compression issues, or motion blur caused by the camera struggling in low light. Workplace security systems are often low quality and prone to producing human-shaped distortions. However, what makes this unsettling is the context. All employees accounted for, no one physically present in the room, and yet something clearly appears on the monitor. Apparitions captured on surveillance cameras are among the most commonly reported workplace hauntings. Whether a technical anomaly or something genuinely unexplained, the fact that it shows up only on the camera and nowhere else is what makes it linger. Let's just hope that he's able to get to the bottom of this situation sooner rather than later, so we can finally feel safe at work again. And that was 7 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Well, that was another great video from Sir Spooks. If you enjoyed this content, jump over to his channel, give him a like, subscribe. He does put out some great stuff. And that'll do it for Fright Night Friday here. If you enjoyed that, do all that down below. Like, subscribe, leave a comment if you thought there was something I misjudged on these. If you thought they were real, if you thought they were fake. But yeah, I will catch you next week for another Fright Night Friday. Bye-bye.